It's a trap!
Relax, Admiral. It's just part 10, the final part. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. This is part 10. Wow, we made it. Look at, I'm logging in. I was already in earlier, but yeah, I got all kinds of new good stuff in here. New orders have been issued. So, guess what that's to? That has to do with the Geonosis. The Separatist Might. This is one of the videos. This is the video that I've been waiting for. The final video. That's orders to territory battles. So that's what this whole episode is all about, is territory battles. As you can see, we have our map here. We've gone over everything from light side to dark side and everything in between. And I hope you all have been enjoying my videos of this series. And if you would, give me a thumbs up. And I would love if you could subscribe. Subscribe to my channel. That would be muy bueno. Listen, this doesn't end here. Okay? I got this video, and then after this, we're going to go over another game. So subscribe and hit that bell icon if you want to get notified whenever I upload a video. But yeah, we're going to move on to a different game after this. But for now, we're going to talk about territory battles. Okay, so we kind of briefly touched on it a little bit. But you got to go into your squad. Squad. Man, I'm already off to a great start, ain't I? Your guilds button back there where the guy's staring at that beautiful phoenix looking symbol. Yeah, we're gonna click that button and it's gonna take you to our guild screen, and we got the Geonosis. I'm guessing I'm saying that right. Please tell me if I'm not in the comments section. Please feel free at any time, give me a question and I'll try to get back to you with an answer. All right, we're going to go ahead and tap on that. Okay, so typically here is where you're going to see your territory war, your 2 territory battles. Battle of Hoth is one holo table that you could play, or the Geonosis, which is newer. I'm telling you, if you're going to start off, you definitely don't want to go with Geonosis, because Separatist Might is one tough cookie. So the Battle of Hoth is the one that you would want to start off. It's not showing up, but you can check out my last video, part 9, and you would be able to see what I'm talking about. It's a holo table. It looks almost similar to this one where you have the different squares. We're going to go and tap it, and we're going to show you. There is 4 phases to this. It gives you a little bit more than 24 hours per phase, at least for the first phase. So in this one, we're going to be destroying the Galactic Republic forces. We're going to go ahead and tap that. This is a little bit of the screen here. Tells you a little bit more about it. The Galactic Guild power, or the Guild Galactic power, you're going to need 80,000 combat power amongst all your guilds. So you can't even play it unless you have enough power. Just like anything, the first part is people joining the battle. And then we have the phases. There's 4 phases. The duration is 6 days long. Phase duration. Okay, so they did up it. It used to be 24 hours, but it's 36 hours per phase. Okay, it says it right there. It says Geonosis. The arid planet houses vast separatist factories for droids and weaponry. Defeat Geonosis. Okay. Recommended. The Guild Galactic power recommended is 140 million power plus. So you can start it with 80 million. That's what's required. But you definitely want to have higher up than that. I think we're not even that far away from 80 million. We'll see here in a second. Mission bonuses. Geonosis heroes. See details. Okay, let's go ahead and tap the details button. Alright, this is what's going on here. I'm not going to read all this stuff, but you can, for special missions in here, you can earn that Wat Tambor shards. Okay. Here's more information about it. I'm going to not read it, but if you want to read it, go ahead and pause it, and you can read all of it you want. Allied strategic abilities. Yeah. I am not speaking well at all in the final video. How sad is that? Yeah, you got some droids, a lot of droids. There's some core ship things. This is, oh, you know what? This is a really long menu. So I'm just going to go a little faster here. And if you want to pause it, like I said, just go ahead. There's different enemies here. I'm going to try to go a little bit. There's Cody, so they're going to talk about all the clones. So, biggest thing that you're going to want for this territory battle is clones are going to help you out tremendously. Yeah, they're going to be your best team to have, really. I mean, to be honest with you. Alright, General Kenobi. He's good to have too. You got some Jedi that might be pretty good. You want to have... Oh, look at that guy. That guy's not even playable yet. Mace Windu. Padawan Anakin. I'm guessing he's an unlockable character, that one dude. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, so here's the things is that some of these guys have some pretty good moves for this, but I'm going to tell you something. I have some Jedi. I have my Jedi team, and they are leveled up, and they're not that good. Like, I have, like, you know, the whole classic team. And they are still not that good. Okay, we're getting there. We're almost there, guys. I'm sorry if I'm boring you. You can fast forward if you'd like. Plo Koon, Rex's vehicle. Alright, and your allies, the droid Ventress, the first droid in Battlefront. Woo, wrong game. Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, the Vulture droid is the only unmanned ship. Rewards. Of course, if you finish it with a certain amount of stars, now battles all base everything off of stars. So the rewards vary slightly between how much stars you get. Now, I'm going to show you all the way, one of the strategies that we use in Geonosis that gives you the most amount of stars for a very light guild power. So we have 157 million guild power. I thought we had less than that, but boy was I wrong. Okay, this is what Geonosis Separatist Might territory battle looks like. Okay, so right now what's going to happen is when you log in, it's going to go and tell you who got what points where, and one of the strategies here for this game is on our first phase, we don't want to get any stars, believe it or not. Because what we're going to do is this first territory here, we wanted to get as close as possible to a star and then not do anything and wait until the next phase. And the reason for it is because the next phase will start and we can get 2 stars off of this 2 or maybe even 3 off of this first phase. And we're going to try to do the same, I believe, over here too, at this first, this other territory battle spot. Okay, so the first two spots there, we're going to probably try to get as closest to 1 star as possible. Wait till the next phase starts, and then start trying to get as many stars as possible on those first 2 spots. The reason for this, if you did get a star on this, once the next phase starts, you can no longer do this spot. You can't do anything there. Whether you get 1 star, 2 stars, or 3 stars, it's no longer. You can't use anymore. That's probably not a real word, but whatever. You can't use that territory battle spot anymore. So you would move on to one of these spots. Okay, does that make any sense to you guys? So why work on 1 star? Maybe barely get it. Maybe barely get 2 stars, because you got to remember, after the next phase, you get all your characters back. Yes, all your tunes come back to you. So that's why we want to get pushed as close as possible to 1 star, but not get 1 star. Because next phase, we can almost get 2 stars, fill it out for these first 2. Get as many stars as possible. And our characters are refreshed so that we can actually do that. If we were to try to shoot for the star right now, all the stars, we wouldn't get there because we'd run out of tunes. Okay, any questions on that? Because it might sound a little bit confusing. I feel like I confuse myself. Let me know in the comments. and I'll try to clarify it a little bit better for you. But this is strategy. You don't have to use that strategy. The maximum amount of stars you can get here is 33 stars. You can see all the different spaces on here. We won't even make it to the end. Our guild won't make it to the end because we are just not that strong yet. And we need full participation. We talked about that before. If you're going to be in a guild, just participate every day. That's all you have to do. Just knock everything out. You know what it takes me? I get on once a day. And I do all the things I have to do, like all the quests items. I do all that, and I participate in everything that I can with the guild once a day. And it takes me about maybe a half hour to get through all that. Sometimes it's even less, it depends on, you know, what events are going on and whatnot. But about anywhere from about 20 minutes to about 45 minutes. And if I really want to spend some extra time, I could be on here for a couple hours. But yeah. Anyway, what do we got in a territory battle? Let's go to this space over here since my guild... See, look at whoever goes over, the guy will kick. If they don't want people to go over, you better listen. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get kicked. Alright, so he says stop this. Even though there's a little special event thing over here, that's a special mission. You can get extra rewards for that, but we don't want to because if we get more stars, we get a ton of awesome rewards. Like I said, it outweighs... The rewards in Geonosis outweighs the rewards that you get in Battle of Hoth. Okay, so what do we got here? We got the little pistol. The pistol means that it's a regular battle. We're going to go combat mission. It'll tell you the requirements. It'll tell you the rewards. The abilities affecting territory. So if you really want to get good, one of the things you want to think about is really reading the fine print. Because sometimes this game will say, hey, there are specific characters that have added boosts to them. So you want to pay attention to those things. And it will more than likely tell you in this section over here, up here on top. Or on the main menu screen on the details. Okay? And then over here, there's the other pistol. This is another combat mission. As you can see, the leader or the officers can change that little gold bar. They don't have to have a gold bar. They can. And it will give you a little bit of better description of what to do. So he says stop at 60 mil. Which is for everything. Stop at 60 mil. Stop at 60 mil. Okay. So what he's saying is if you go back to the main part, the deploying section, so that middle thing, there's one of those in every single section. The middle is a deploy. This is a spaceship one, but that little middle circle there is a deploying. And what happens is all the tunes that you don't use in the other spots, you can deploy them in the middle there. Okay, so the droid factory basically. In this menu here, it'll tell you what people are doing, how much points they've earned. At the top, you can see what it will take to get to the first star. And then it will tell you what to get to the second star, and then what to get to the third star. But he's saying stop at 60 million, so leave 5,720,000 left. Don't get that 1 star, is basically what he's saying. That's all it takes to pay attention. And you have to be wary sometimes, because if you're doing a battle, look at how many points I can earn here. I can earn up to 792,000. So imagine there's 6 other people playing at the same time, and they all get that. We'll go over. So you do have to be careful, pay attention. Okay, so what's that last one? The last one up there, this is the platoon, basically. In here, it's a droid factory mission. What do they call it? That's all they call it on here. But basically, in Battle of Hoth, it's a platoon. Maybe it's named something else down here. Cannon's mission. Yeah, so it doesn't say platoon on this one, but in Battle of Hoth, it does. So what are you doing here is you tap it. It's going to tell you what spaces are going to be affected by deploying units here. Same with over here. We're going to go tap this one. Okay, it's going to tell you it's going to affect just the next 2 spots in this territory battle. Okay, so we're going to go back over here to this one. Oops, wrong one. And we're not going to deploy any over here, because anytime you do deploying or anything, it's going to add more points to your overall points towards your stars. And we don't want to do that. So what's going to happen is we're going to enter this, and this is what the menu is going to look like. It's going to reinforce. This is what it's telling you. It's going to reinforce. If you have characters that can deploy to these different areas, you're going to click on it. See, this says platoons there. So I was semi-right. Platoon number 6, I can only deploy 2 units there. So I can deploy these 2 characters. One thing you want to be wary of is, what's this other character here? Let's see. It's Darth Raven. How many people do I think that have Darth Raven in our guild? That's a question you always have to ask. Is it worth wasting your tunes in this area if no one's going to have that last character in your guild? You know what I'm saying? Because then it's a waste. The only way to fill that top meter, you see how 1 of 6? So it's still disabled. We don't have this perk yet. Let's tap the perk here. The perk is Droid Factory. Level 1, summon a Geonosis B1 battle droid to the ally slot if it is available. Dispel all buffs on all enemies which can't be evaded. Once you go to level 2, that's what happens. I'm going to let you guys read it. You can pause it. And level 3. Okay. So, it's 1 of 6. We haven't unlocked it yet. I believe to unlock it, you have to get to 2 in order to unlock it. So how do you do that? You got to fill out one of the platoons. So as you can tell, Platoon 1 and Platoon 2 are not filled out all the way. But Platoon 3 is filled out all the way, and that's how we got that number 1 of 6. The right side, 14 of 15. 14 of 15 for Platoon 5. And 12 of 15 for Platoon 6. So that's why we only have 1. All we need is to get a couple more characters in a couple of these other slots, and we will unlock that. And what it's going to do, it's going to help you fight off the rest of these territories. All those yellow territories. That's what that is going to do. It's going to help you battle in these missions here, but not these ones over here. It's going to help you battle in these. Does that make sense to everybody? All these combat missions over here, and then this next square over here, and this next square, and this next square, and this next square, it's going to help you fight those combat missions in those levels, or in those territory spots. So it's very important to fill these out. It's very important to unlock it. But does any of my characters have that tune right there? I could ask in the comments. Another way you can check is if you click one of these other ones, it might show that tune and see if someone's already deployed it. That one doesn't have him. Does this one have him? Don't see it. Does this one have one? You gotta also remember you might have only one player in your guild that actually might have that tune. So here's another one right here. Darth Treya, however you say her name. No one in our guild has her unlocked yet. So why fill out this? Well, there is one reason why you can put tunes in the area, is it will count towards your deploy. So if you look at Farmer J there in this screen here, he deployed 43,305 points. That's probably just putting people in platoons. Here's one actually that tells you the platoons here. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and do a combat mission here, so that you guys can check this out and see how this is. Oh wait, am I gonna use those characters? You know what? I'm not gonna deploy in that area, because I think I can get more points. Let's see, how close are we to the star? We're still quite a ways away. I'm gonna go ahead and use my tunes and see how far I can get. I'm gonna go ahead and put in auto. You're gonna see that I have some really good Night Sisters here, and these guys are strong. I'm sorry, what I said before, I might have mistaken. The clone troopers are really good, but I don't think they're gonna help out much in this one. You want the Geonosis, the those bugs. You want those separatists. The separatists are gonna be really good in this Geonosis territory battle. I was mistaken. So you have to pay attention because sometimes they'll change it up. They'll change it up from you fighting the clones to you fighting those bug guys. So you have to be, you have to look at what you're fighting. So like in Battle of Hoth, you'll be fighting rebels one time, and then you'll be fighting the Empire another time. I don't really remember them changing this one up too much. It's more Battle of Hoth. They did that a lot, but it's been a while since I've done Battle of Hoth. Yeah. All right, so we're on phase 2 of 4 here. We're about to get past this. Okay, see how much points we've earned each phase. It'll keep going up. It'll keep adding up. I'm going to go ahead and put my focus towards this guy just because I don't know why. Because I feel like it. Once again, if you haven't checked out any of my other videos and you have questions about anything else in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, go check out the rest of the stuff because the other videos I did, I got 9 other parts and it explains everything. Tunes, battles, basically everything else. This will be my last video for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes in this series. As far as parts, this is the final part. If later on down the road they do decide they want to come out with more cool stuff, like a whole new section, I will probably do a video and call it a bonus. But there's really no need for me to continue doing videos for here. I got tons of other games I want to play, tons of other stuff I want to show you guys. And I just want to try out some stuff too. There's some games that I haven't played. I just want to experience it with you guys at the same time. So that may be the next video that I release. But we can expect from Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, we can expect them to probably introduce a, the new series episodes 7, 8, and 9 of Star Wars movies. We can expect them to follow suit and make a territory battle based off of those 3 movies. Probably it'll be called like the First Order, something along those lines, or the Resistance, First Order Resistance. I don't know. We can expect that probably. Hey, we won. Okay, 792,000 points. So yeah, so that's a combat mission. We'll get back to the other thing in a second. That's a combat mission. You can see my thing popped up there, telling me what I did. I can go here, and then I can deploy all my troops here. So this is what happens. You come up here. You've got all your tunes. Doesn't matter whether it's light side, dark side. It does not matter. And you can select all, and you see the little meter fills up. That's towards that star. You can click deploy, and it will put all the troops you have left inside of there to go on to the battlefield. Because if you look, this is a battlefield. So what I was saying before, we're going to go and back out. That's pretty much wraps up. That's pretty much wraps up for your Geonosis battles. You got all these different squares. You're just trying to move along the battlefield just like before. But this one you're playing AI. You're not playing against a guild, another guild or anything like that. You're just playing against the AI. Anything else? There's some areas that are ships. Already talked about that. But same thing. Every area has a platoon thing. Just be cautious of where it's going, which spot it's affecting, and yeah. As you go through, you'll see some of these special missions. If you look up at the top right of this screen over here, it'll tell you what the rewards are for beating that. There's some other ones that might right here. You get a character shards if you do that. Okay, so that's it for territory battle, this one, and I'm not going to go over Hoth because it's not even on here and we don't do it anymore. But that's territory battles. Okay, so what I expect in the future from here on out is they'll probably add episodes 7, 8, and 9. One of those, it'll be like the Resistance First Order, because they already have this one, which is basically based off of the original, episode 1, 2, and 3, the Clone Wars, and then you had the Battle of Hoth, which is 4, 5, and 6. So why not add a 7, 8, 9? I guarantee they're probably going to put that in there. And for raids, it's the same thing we talked about before. Here we go. The Pit is based off of original series episode 4, 5, and 6. Tank Takedown is based off of the prequel movies episode 1, 2, and 3. And then you have the Sith. That one is based off of a game, The Lords. Basically, the old lords of the Sith Lords. I think it's based off a game. So I guarantee they'll probably add another one in here. That's for episodes 7, 8, and 9. And that's it, folks. We did it. That is the end of part 10. Like I said, if you give this video a like if you enjoyed it, or if you learned something cool. If not, that's okay. You won't hurt my feelings. And if you could subscribe, that'd be awesome. You'd be helping me out. And share my videos to your friends. And I hope everybody enjoyed that. What does everybody think about this new Star Wars game coming up? I want to hear that in the comments too. It's the Jedi Fallen Order. I am going to get it on the 15th when it comes out. And I am going to live stream it. I will not be talking in the video, but I will be just playing the campaign. So you guys can enjoy the campaign with me. But you won't see my face and you won't hear me talk, because I don't want to do that during a campaign. I just want you guys to enjoy it for what it is. Enjoy the art and beauty of it. So I'm going to get that game, Jedi Fallen Order, and I'm going to live stream it on the 15th. Share that, and you can look at on my Instagram. I will post that on my Instagram as a reminder, and on Twitter as well. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. Have a good night or day, whatever time it is. Bye.